your presence, Lord. There's nothing worth more that will ever come close. Nothing can compare. You're our living hope. Your presence, Lord. I've tasted and seen. I've tasted and seen of the sweetest of loves, where my heart becomes free and my shame is undone. Your presence, Lord. Just put your hand right over your belly right here. Say, Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, you are welcome. Can I get someone to come and stand near these guys? And fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God, is what our hearts long for. To be overcome by your presence, Lord. Holy Spirit, lift your voice. Come flood this place. Come flood this place. Fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God. Your glory, God, is what our hearts long for. To be overcome by your presence, Lord. To say this not as a rebuke, but really as at the moments that God's going to give you to seize something that he's doing. You did it today. You came up on the platform and you made us aware of something that was going on. But you were concerned about getting the preacher up. But heaven isn't waiting for a preacher. It's waiting for a church that wants his presence. And you guys will have to decide, do you want presence more than personality? And you're going to have to say sometimes to your visitors, we're looking for a move of God. If it comes while you're here, we're going to embrace it. If it comes before you get a chance to speak, we're going to embrace it. We'll give you a love offering. But we're not going to miss this because it's what's important to us. Because it's not going to be business as usual. It's going to be business as unusual. When I saw those beautiful African Americans standing here, and I realized there's an analogy in Africa when they've gone through a dry time when there is no water. When water comes, animals that normally are afraid of each other are more desperate for water than they are for their own safety. And when people find out that there's water, they'll come. They won't worry. If you could just hold your clapping for just a moment and let me finish. And because I feel the same way you do, that you are called to steward a move of God. And you're concerned about what to name it. Don't name it. Just say God's moving, and we're going to embrace it. You have some amazing people coming to this house, and perhaps that's the tipping point. But the point is, they won't know like you know when you're there, because you'll see it. You're the visionary of the house. And you just need to put it in every contract, everything. Just say, listen, we're waiting on a move of God. Some crazy preacher said, when it comes, go for it. And that might mean you don't get a chance to preach. But we'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords today. Jesus is coming to this house. Oh! Every pastor wants an armor bearer like Jonathan had when it was in his heart to go and attack a Philistine fort. And he said to his armor bearer, let's go do it. And his armor bearer said, do all that's in your heart to do, for here I am according to your desire. For God is not limited in his ability to deliver either by few or by many. He just needs to know that you're saying to him, I'm with you. I'm in this because I believe God's got this. Lois Lane is hanging from a building. Superman flies up underneath. He says, I've got you, Mrs. Lane. She looked and she said, well, who's got you? The one who has you is the one who holds the world in the palm of his hand. He's not going to let you fail. But you said it. His eyes are going to and fro throughout the earth, seeking the one whose heart is on his behalf. Give him your heart. Give him your heart. He'll give you something. We can call it anything, but everybody will know God's here. Lift your hands to him. Oh. I've been in places where God has been, and you can still go back there, and they're called thin places. It's not difficult to break through. This is a thin place. Become the steward of the thin place. He says, the silver and the gold is mine. You build my house and I'll provide the resources. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I've got this. I've got this. Now, Spirit of God, what you have entrusted to him, the things that he has given up because of this house, and those things that have been stolen and taken from him because of this house, you are the God of restoration. One of the first things you're going to see is people who left saying, God told me to come back. And they're going to bring others with them. That's when the revival is going to find its momentum. But that's not the end of it. And so, Father, I speak the peace of God to a man of God. Do you want it? Say, I receive it. Say it again, I receive it. Loud.
I receive it.
I'm going to be coming back down here periodically because there's something that's going on.
I'm sorry that you had to sit through a sermon that was just for me. But God is moving. I don't know what to call it. I'll just say God is moving.